Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the episode of Just Say Guay. I'm your host, George Guay. Today I'm joined by Trevor Connelly of the Tri-City Storm in the United States Junior Hockey League. He's off to Providence College next fall, played in the Hlinka Gretzky Cup for the United States, a highly rated draft prospect for 2024. Trevor, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, no problem. I always enjoy interviewing anyone involved in Providence College. So exciting that you're going next year. So how's everything been? Team's off to a great start. Like I said, you played in the Hlinka Gretzky Cup, got great experience playing for the United States. It is your draft year, PC next fall. How exciting has this been?
Yeah, it's definitely been a long journey just going through the college process and just taking the jump from like youth hockey to the USHL, but it's been super fun. I couldn't ask for a better group of guys and staff at Tri-City, and they've helped me become a better player in person. So it's been a really good start to the year, and last year was an unbelievable year also. And then to be able to go overseas and wear the USA jersey in the summer was an honor for me.
Yeah, definitely. We'll get into the Tri-City Storm pretty soon. So you're from California. What was it like where you grew up, the hockey culture? Maybe some players that inspired you. I know that someone may seem like a similar path you're going down as someone like Cam York from Southern California, highly rated prospect going into college, played in international tournaments. What was it like for you?
Yeah, so growing up in California was definitely different, like playing hockey. My dad's actually from Boston and he played hockey and grew up his whole life. So just hearing from like his stories and stuff growing up playing hockey from like what I experienced, it was way different. Like there's only like really three teams in like the California League that you play in when you're younger. Like it's just the Kings, the Ducks, and the Sharks. So most of like the good experience you get younger is traveling. Like we played in so many out of state tournaments, so it was definitely a lot on me as younger, missing all this school, not being able to have like as much as a normal like middle school, high school like experience as other kids. But I wouldn't trade a thing for it. Definitely made me a lot better hockey player.
Yeah, what an experience. And obviously, seems like your dad's influence being from Boston got you aware about the New England schools and made your decision to go to Providence College, which we'll get into. So, how did you end up in the USHL, and what made you think that the Tri-City Storm was such a great fit? Because we've seen, the success they had not only as a team, but the players they produced as well.
Yeah, so their head coach Anthony Noreen and their GM Jason Kohler kind of my 16s year where just they reached out to me. They had like meetings with me. Like they kind of just like brought up to my advisors like the thought of tendering. And from like the first time I met Noreen and Kohler, like I just thought they were unbelievable people, and I thought that they could make me better as a person and as a hockey player. And the time came, Jason, they offered me a tender, and I felt like it'd be the right fit for me. I've always thrived in playing with older kids and playing against older kids. And so I just felt like everything was the right fit with Tri City.
Yeah, and you've had a great time with them. Does it ever hit you in terms of, who's put on the jersey before you? Guys like Ronnie Adder with the Flyers, Matthew Nyes, who's going to be a star in the league with the Toronto Maple Leafs, Brandon Duhaime, who went to Providence College with, who I went to Providence College with. Not only are they alums of that team, but they didn't really put the jersey on not too long ago. I mean, does that ever hit you?
Yeah, it is. It's super cool, like seeing all the stuff of them in the rink, like different pictures, different posters or stuff. It's so cool to see that Tri City's had such amazing like players and different like talents come out of it. And I'm honored that I had the chance to be able to play for this staff that has coached many great players before.
Yeah, and what is the key to having such a great first season in the USHL? It's such a competitive league. Everyone's trying to get drafted. Everyone's trying to get recruited and get ready for college because they know that's the next step before hopefully making it to the NHL. You had a great first season. Just what went into all that, making it work so quickly? Because we do see a lot of players struggle in their first year, whether it's the NHL or college or even junior hockey.
Yeah, so I struggled a bit at the start. Like I didn't have the point production that I would have liked or like normally was used to. And I kind of, for me, it was just like keep my confidence up and like keep your mental game strong. Because if you let that go away, then it's just gonna like completely ruin your game. So I just stayed positive, just tried to work hard every day in practice and get better at the little things I needed to get in. And then working hard led into like getting points and start scoring. And then the second half of the year, I really took off and just had so much confidence and had like a mental game that I wasn't going to be denied.
Yeah, it definitely seems like you handled it right. And that led to more success away from the Tri-City Storm because you played in the Hlinka Gretzky Cup. What was it like for you to get that experience of putting on the USA jersey? I know so many kids grow up seeing Miracle and watching the World Junior Championships and these tournaments, and it's a really big deal for them, but you can't really know what it feels like until you actually put on the jersey. What was that like for you?
Yeah, it was a crazy experience. Both my grandpas were in the U.S. Army, so just it was super cool to like play for them almost and like just look down and it says USA in New Jersey. Like it was an unbelievable feeling from like the first practice to the last game. Like it was such we had such a good group of guys. We all came together. We won a medal there. Like we had a really good team, a lot of high skilled, high paced, like fast players. Like I think they did a really good job with how they broke down the team and like picked the team out because they picked a really good group of guys and it made our experience super fun.
Yeah, and what comes with the pressure of putting on a jersey like that? Just because so many guys looked up to have put on that jersey, at the age that you're at right now, and there's a big expectation. We're so competitive with countries like Canada and Sweden, and the expectation is to come home with a gold medal. How do you handle things like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think I handle things in pressure a lot better than maybe most people. I love being under pressure. Like I think I play my best and just feel my best when I'm under pressure, and I know that there's a lot of weight on me. So I think it was just kind of like being confident and going out there and play your game. And just the biggest thing is having fun. Like if you're not having fun, there's no point in being there.
Yeah, you want to have a great experience. So something I wanted to talk about is you walk away from this experience of putting on the USA jersey. You're still at such a young age. You got college ahead of you. I talked to a lot of guys from Canada who play in the U17s or Hlinka tournaments like that. How much does it make you want to play in the World Junior Championships? Because as great as it is to play in Hlinka, U18 Worlds, it seems like everyone talks about the World Junior Championships is the marquee tournament. I mean, how much does that motivate you to want to perform in college so you do get an invite to camp and um, be able to put it on again?
Yeah, I think that's definitely been one of my goals since I was a little kid, and just watching all the special players that have played in that tournament growing up. Like it's like when the World Juniors is on, it's like the best time of the year because I think it's some of the funnest hockey to watch, and there's always the top kids from everywhere in the world. So I think that's definitely a goal of mine, and I think I'm gonna work as hard as I can to be invited to the camp.
Yeah, and the hard work will pay off. What a great tournament, and especially if they pair it with Christmas. I wish the NBA would do something like that.
Yeah,
Have some of the U20 guys. You could maybe see some of the top draft picks play with some of the best players in college. Why not? It'd be great.
that'd be.
Yeah, for sure. Better than the in-season tournament. So you're committed to play Providence College. That's where I went to school. Got the hat behind me. I think it's the best decision you'll make, not only in your hockey career but your life. What made you decide to want to go there?
Yeah, so I just had a super strong connection with the coaching staff. Like from the day they could start like recruiting me, like I really liked them. They always like checked up on me and like did little things that like maybe most people don't see as important, but like I just thought it was cool that they like could take their time out and like just always reach out to me and have conversations with me and come watch my games. And I knew Nate Lehman. He's one of the best coaches in college hockey, I think, and I think that he could really take my game and my development to the next level and really prepare me for like an NHL style of play. And when I took my visit, like I stepped on campus and I just walked around, saw everything, like saw how the rink was, saw how the guys were with each other, and I was just like, I don't want to be anywhere else. Like this is where I want to go. And then I actually committed to them in Nate's office.
Yeah, what a great decision. Like I said, I think it's the best decision for you. We got a couple questions about the school, but when you're at the facility, I mean, how much does it motivate you to see? Like I said, we talked about the Tri-City Storm, how there's so many guys that put on the uniform not too long ago and they're in great spots. I mean, what's it like just seeing so many guys that are in the NHL right now that weren't playing college hockey for Coach Lehman not too long ago, won a national championship, went to the Frozen Four, and even some guys that are on the current roster right now that clearly the coaching staff knows what they're doing with them and they're on their way to the NHL as well. How much does that appeal to you?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like just seeing all the NHL plaques and different player names, like in the locker room and in the hallway and stuff. It's so cool to see that like Nate's like able to just produce so many guys, and like he's able to do it with a lot of kids that haven't even been drafted, which I think is the coolest thing. Is that really shows like how much time he puts into players' development and just how much time like he wants to work with you and just how smart of a hockey mind he has.
Yeah, and what's it like just knowing that you're going to be playing for one of the coaches who's done something that very few have done in the history of college hockey, won the World Junior Championship and also the national championship back in 2015. I mean, we see how great of a guy Coach Lehman is, but also just how much of a winner he is, being able to do something so rare. I mean, how much are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, it's definitely crazy that he's won both of those, and I think that's a lot of people's dreams. And for him to be able to do both of those is pretty incredible. And I think that they're building something really special over there. They have a really good team this year, and we have a ton of good recruits coming in. So I think hopefully with Nate's coaching and the players that they get, maybe they'll see us back in the national championship in a couple of years.
Yeah, I really like what I'm seeing with the team. I mean, they're 10th in the country right now, and I'm sure you've looked at the roster and realized that so many guys are coming back. I mean, hopefully Riley Duran comes back. We'll see what happens with his situation with the.
Yeah.
But I mean, wow, what a team that's going to be there next year. So many great recruits. The goalie from the USA National Team Development Program is coming in, and they already
And then
have.
we have a kid on my team too, who on Tri City, who was on Hlinka, also a defenseman.
Yes, yes, that is true. It's going
Yeah.
to be such a great roster. So, just in terms of the school, how much you're looking forward to being a part of it. I'm sure that you notice it is such a small school. You're going to be one of those guys where, and like others on the team, you're going to have to interact with so many other students, be a part of the student body. You're not at a school like Michigan or Ohio State or Penn State where um, you really don't see many of the students because the campus is so big. I mean, how much are you looking forward to just interacting with everybody and really being a student? I'm sure Coach Lehman has told you about that.
Yeah, I'm super excited. When I walked around and on my visit and stuff, it just seemed like almost like everyone knew everyone. Everyone was saying hi or hello to each other. Like the school is just so close together, and like everyone, like I like it a lot better than being in a big school and like being spaced out from everyone. Like it gets more people to the games. Like it's going to be a really cool experience just to have a lot of friends outside of hockey and know a lot of people outside of hockey that like I can have a relationship with.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people like. And people can say that whether you're a big athlete at the school or even a student like how I was. I think a lot of people have the same opinion. So it is your draft year. Players don't like talking about the draft, but before the junior season ends and things get rampant with scouts and the combine, just wondering what you're trying to work on before that stuff kind of ramps up.
Yeah, there's a couple of things in my game that I'm trying to work on. I think like being harder and getting harder, like into the net more, like scoring more like dirty area goals, just like becoming having more of like a hard nose like around the net. And then like my shot volume, like just making sure like I'm shooting the puck more and I'm not passing up shots when like I have a great opportunity, and still just becoming a 200-foot player. I think I take a lot of pride in playing on the PK and being a good defensive player. So always look to get better in that area.
Yeah, and I mean, not only great things that Coach Lehman looks for, but NHL teams as well. So, what are the keys to getting the next win for your team?
Yeah, I think we've had some battles with Sioux Falls, and we got them on Friday again. So I think for us, we just have to stick to our identity and not get away from it. Play our fast, hard, skilled game, and I think we have the best goaltender in the league, and he's going to show up big. So we just have to play hard in front of him and block shots, and then when we have an opportunity, we got to score.
Definitely. My last question is playing in the USHL in the Hlinka Gretzky Cup. What's it like playing against these guys, playing with some of these players and knowing that they could be your opponents one day in college hockey?
Yeah, it's super cool. I mean, obviously, like in Hlinka, there's all those Canadians are so like high rated and stuff, and like one of my friends over there, Berkeley Kai, and like it was an unreal experience, like being able to play against him, like in Canada and stuff. And then like last year, you see like Celebrini's in the league, like all these like high rated players. So like it's so cool to like see all these different guys and like what kind of skills they have, and like you can learn from all them. Like you watch them and like everyone has something in their game that you don't, and it's just super cool to see like how many different skills and talents are in the league, and we're at like
Yeah, for sure. And Berkeley was actually on this show last week. So small world how you're here now. And I think it's going to be really exciting for you guys, all of you guys who play in that tournament. You know, I really looked at it. You know, last year we got so much buzz with Bedard, Fantilli, Will Smith, who you'll play against hopefully at Boston College next year. This year, guys like yourself, Macklin, Cole Eiserman, who's going to BU, maybe to join Macklin, which would be some great games. I think in the next 10 years, it's going to be really exciting to look back and say these were some pretty good draft classes that were really deep and, you know, produced some superstars. Like I'm really seeing some maybe 2019 out of one of these two classes with, you know, Jack Hughes and Boldy and Zigra. So we'll see what happens. Trevor, thank you so much for on the show. Best of luck, and definitely going to see the game at Providence next year, and good luck with the rest of your season and the
Thank
draft.
you. Thank you for having me on. It was nice meeting you.
You too.